Live in 30.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, everybody, good morning and welcome aboard. You have been beamed aboard. You are now live and inside the mothership for another attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, or we're at least making a whole lot of noise in the back row of the movie theater, making everybody upset because they're finally allowed to go back to the show. And folks, we are live directly into your vagina holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and United Talk Radio, and in syndication around the world in beautiful, fantastic radio stations like 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, as well as many others. So wherever it is that you are tuned in, wherever it is in the world that you are listening, you can give me a call at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Them's the numbers. That's how you can get a hold of me. Also, you can Skype me at AlienStone1. That would be the number one. Don't spell it out. You'd be wrong. AlienStone1. So, we got music for the vagina holes coming up from all over the world, as well as local music from the Detroit area, which is, of course, where we're broadcasting live from. That would be the other side of Planet Chaos. Actually, this is the Planet Chaos, now that I think about it. Earth is Planet Chaos right now. But anyway, folks, we've also got a classic Just a Few Questions. We've got the brand spanking new episode of Just a Few Questions that we aired just yesterday during Inside the Mothership. It's called The Mediocre Musician Makeover, and that is on its way, so you can find out some innovations being done to musical equipment for the average Joe musician who just doesn't have the skills that the previous musicians in the past had. Anyway, folks, also some bad movie flashbacks. We'll do some punchlines. There's a bunch of stuff coming up today. So let's go ahead and get things underway like we usually do with a bit of a history lesson here on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
January 11th, 1964. For the first time, the U.S. government warns that smoking may be hazardous to your health. Surgeon General Luther Terry.
It is the judgment of the committee that cigarette smoking contributes substantially to mortality from certain specific diseases and to the overall death rate.
1935. Aviator Amelia Earhart begins a journey from Hawaii to California, making her the first woman to fly solo across the Pacific Ocean. 1757. Alexander Hamilton, one of America's founding fathers and still on the $10 bill, is born in the West Indies. And 1973. Owners of American League Baseball teams adopt the designated hitter rule on a trial basis, a rule that's remained ever since. Today in history, January 11th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
All right, thanks for the history lesson. It's time now to get our butts moving. And we need a little laughing, a little happiness. So Smith Radio, the name of the group, and the Ha Ha song, the name of the tune. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
I didn't think you'd go. Didn't think you'd find your way out of this forsaken mess. I didn't think you'd see all the ways I tried to keep you close to me, just for me, just for me, just for me, babe. Just for me, just for me, just for me, I wanna find a way back into your heart, just a little way back into your heart. Please, let me make this clear. I will never, ever, ever take you back, my dear. Oh, baby, come on back to me. Come on back to me. I can't take this no more. Come on back to me. Come on back to me. Come on back to me. I wanna find the way back into your heart, just a little way back into your heart. A heart that beats just for me, only for me. I've got to find a way. Just for me. In your heart, just for me.
I took my baby on a Saturday thing. Boy, you said girl with you, yes, for one in the same.
Play with fire, you might get hurt. Where's this thing that you can do so you don't get burned? The flames, yeah, yeah. Stop! Drop! Rock! Rock and roll!
its way. With the hose and dog in the lantern to save the day. The flames, yeah, yeah. Stop! Drop! Rock! Rock and roll! 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 Rock and roll!
Hey, it's Gary Striner from Night of the Living Dead, and you're listening to
X Radio.
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
Resistance is futile. Probing is not allowed. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. That's 313-444-8919. Or hang out in the chat room at alienxradio.com. You have been beamed aboard and you are now inside the mothership with Alien Stone.
Well, that didn't work out like it was supposed to. Everybody, it's time now for the punchlines. Let's see if I can find the correct punchlines thing. Oh, yeah, of course, nothing's coming up now, right? This is live radio, folks. This is the way it always seems to work. The open was supposed to play and the close played. So let's try that again. Much better. Folks, it is now time for the punchlines, brought to you by Igor's Lube and Igor's family of products. Hey, has the governor got you stuck at home? Well, stick that governor right where he needs to be with all new Igor's Governor Glue, made for use with the Gretsch Trap in Detroit. So, folks, naked fugitive rescued from crocodile-infested mangroves by fishermen. Yeah, this guy's having a bad day. 2 fishermen have rescued a naked fugitive who they found sitting in a tree branch in Australia's crocodile habitat. They heard the man yell for help on Sunday as they set crab traps in their dinghy in the mangroves in the outskirts of the northern city of Darwin. Listen to all of that, okay? We've got a naked fugitive in a tree. We've got people setting crab traps out in the mangroves in Australia someplace, and it's called Darwin. All bad. He was covered in mud, cuts, and insect bites. Had explained that he had been lost for days. Not for days, lost 4 days. 4 days. Okay? Survived by eating snails and had used his clothing, and this is what he quoted saying, for bits and pieces over the way. For bits and pieces over the way. I guess that's how you would say it in Australia. It didn't make sense to us, referring to the explanation of his nudity. Of course not. I mean, you're using them as bits and pieces for what over the way? You're naked, dude. He had a nest made up in the tree, and he was only laying a meter, about 39 inches above the water, and there were crocodiles in the water. So he had done well to survive. Once we'd seen how bad he was and how many cuts he had all over him, and then he was dehydrated and pretty weak, we thought he better get into the boat. We thought he must have had, a big night after New Year's Eve and, got lost and done himself some mischief in the bush. Let me say that done himself some mischief in the bush. I'm sorry that's wrong again. I apologize to all of Australia. One of the fishermen stripped down to his underwear and handed the man his shorts, not because he had to, but because he wanted to, and a beer as the trio made their way back to Darwin. So the guy's naked, so the fisherman gives him his shorts. So at least, all of their bits and pieces are inside of something now instead of swinging about. Police said that the man had been free on bail after charged with armed robbery, multiple aggravated assaults, deprivation of liberty, and stealing. That's a lot. I'm assuming deprivation of liberty means you kidnapped somebody maybe or held somebody against their will? They just call it stealing. We call it, robbery, theft, stealing. But he's got with armed robbery and stealing is down. So you got a gun, it's armed robbery. But if you just walk up and take somebody's lighter, it's stealing. That is true. Okay, but he had cut off his electronic monitoring device last week and attempted to evade police. So that's where it led him to be. So he cut off his his ankle monitor. Said, I'm not going to answer to my crimes. He was on bail, so obviously he had some trials coming up yet, and he was on, house arrest, basically on bail. I don't know how that works over in Australia. I don't know. And then he was eventually going to have to go back, because I'm sure that house arrest was not the punishment for all of that. Deprivation of liberty? Sounds like you kidnapped somebody. You're telling me that you're just going to be kept to house arrest? No, you need to be in prison. Okay? Your house is too comfy cozy. Plus, you got Netflix. That's not cool. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, folks, that has been the punchlines. And now that one's all quiet. Anyway, folks, this is a section here I'm going to do each and every week. I play music from all over the world, okay? If you want to submit music to the station and submit music to the show, by all means, jam-pack an email filled with as many MP3s as you can attach. You can use the WeTransfer. You can use Dropbox. You can attach single MP3s to a single email. But please make sure that they are MP3s and attach them to an email and send that to newmusic@alienxradio.com. That's newmusic@alienxradio.com. Now, I will check out those songs, and my only criteria for playing music on the show is that they can't suck balls. It doesn't really matter the genre. I've played rap, I've played R&B, I've played country, and of course I've played hard rock and alternative rock. Okay, I'll play anything as long as it doesn't suck balls. Okay, the station, that has a format. The show, it does kind of what it wants to do. So, again, that's newmusic@alienxradio.com. Make sure it's an MP3. And here's a real big kicker, guys. I know you're out there trying to get your music played on the stations and you're trying to promote your band. Well, here's a really good piece of advice because about, I don't know, somewhere between 75 and 80% of the bands that submit music to the station, they take an MP3 and they attach it to the email and they send it to me. The email tells me the name of the band, it tells me the name of the song, where they're from, all this good stuff, all in the email. I then take the track that they sent me and I pull it out of the email and I put it into my hard drive. I then take the email and I save it in case I ever need the information about the band, right? I save it. But if the track that I just put on the hard drive doesn't have the name of the band in the title of the actual MP3, I can't figure out who the band is, so I can't match it up with the information. And if I can't match it up with the information, I can't really promote your band. How am I going to tell anybody who you are? I can say, hey, this song is called the Grinch's whatever. I mean, the song could be called The Big Tree in the Backyard. Who's it by? I have no idea because they didn't include the name of the band in the title of the MP3. Okay? If Pearl Jam sent me an MP3, I would like it to say Pearl Jam dash Even Flow. No questions. It's Pearl Jam. The song is Even Flow. If they sent me and it just said Even Flow, how do I know Pearl Jam is the one that's playing that song and it's not Jam Pearl from Indonesia? I don't have any idea. Neither does my listeners. So please make sure that's in there. Now, that I've given you all of that, this is why I'm telling you this. I'm doing a little segment right now here for the bands in the Detroit area that are submitting for specifically in the Detroit area. This little segment's called The Locals. Everybody else gets full reign of the entire show. I don't care where you submit your music from. Italy, we've got music from Italy, we've got music from Germany, we got music from Canada, all the place, okay? So we'll play that throughout the entire show. 2 segments through the course of this show is called The Locals. Music from Detroit. So today we'll be featuring in this segment, I Am Trouble, and we'll start it off with the Creeping Chaos. It's The Locals, folks.
And now it's time for the locals.
Alien Stone took me up inside the mothership, and they did all kinds of experiments on me. And now, I don't like country music no more.
beg, will you plead? There's a million ways that I make you bleed. Oh, will you love? Will you ever survive? Take your soul to the end. Oh, love. Tried to warn you, but you claimed he was wrong. We never left you with the hero alone. Will you walk? Will you run? Did you give up the sound of the gun? Will you beg? Will you plead? There's a million ways I can make you bleed. Take your soul to the end. Take your soul to the
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Stir it like mother's oven coffee. It's time for the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. Talk about smart planning. Former Ohio State head coach Urban Meyer has already assembled a coaching crew in anticipation of taking over as coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. According to ESPN, Meyer met with team owner Shad Khan last Friday and has already picked assistants to work alongside him should the two sides have an agreement. It's worth noting that some of his picks are from the collegiate level, showing how valuable they are to pro football coaching. The Jags fired Doug Marrone after a season they saw the team win their season opener, only to lose every game after that. Very embarrassing season, which resulted in a very well-deserved firing. Speaking of embarrassing firing, it's not quite over for ex-Washington football team quarterback Dwayne Haskins, who has since visited the Carolina Panthers. Haskins was let go after a whirlwind few days, losing a Week 16 game to Carolina, losing the captain's role due to being spotted at his girlfriend's birthday party without a mask, and being fined $40,000 for breaching the league's COVID-19 protocols. This doesn't exactly mean that he will sign with Carolina, as he is currently exploring other options. But if the deal is finalized, there's no word on whether he will be a starter or be instantly promoted to team captain. And there's some stress coming out of the Texans organization as they are using their offseason to search for a GM. As we all know, the opinions of franchise players such as LeBron James or Tom Brady can be a huge influence in the decision of front office hirings. After all, you want to make your highest paid player happy, or it could spell the end of them playing for your team altogether. Quarterback Deshaun Watson feels this way as he has felt out of the loop after hearing that team chairman Cal McNair has hired Nick Caserio as GM. It's been reported that Watson had potential candidates in mind and passed this list on to officials, but they didn't consider any of them, leading to the frustration. There's also talk of trading Watson, so I will keep you updated on that. When two brothers share a field or court at the same time, there always seems to be a bit of family rivalry. Some good, some bad, but always magical. We were blessed to see the Curry brothers, Golden State's Steph and Philadelphia Seth, the Watt trio, JJ in Houston, and Derek and TJ in Pittsburgh, just to name a couple. Well, there's another brother duo to face off against each other, and they almost made history in the process. LaMelo and Lonzo Ball. Yep, that LaMelo and Lonzo Ball showcased their talents for Charlotte and New Orleans, respectively, and it was LaMelo that came out on top for Big Baller Brand as the Hornets beat the Pelicans 118-110. Lonzo was only 2 of 8 from the field and made only 1 3-pointer, while little brother LaMelo had a better performance, being only 1 assist shy of being the youngest player in history to score a triple-double. Even though this is their first and only regular season meeting pending the playoffs, this won't be the last time we see these two start their own family rivalry. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect saying until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance
is futile. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919.
Here we go!
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. We are broadcasting live from the other side of planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and United Talk Radio. And in syndication around the world on 920 WOM The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, as well as IRN Internet Radio, Good Talk Radio, My Hall Radio, K89, and United Sounds Choice Radio in Amsterdam. Wow. Amsterdam. Yep. Amsterdam. I like to go there sometimes. Just say I was there, you know. Such a cool song was written by Cheech and Chong about the place. Made me want to go. You know what I'm saying? They should be their spokespeople. touring board for Amsterdam? Cheech and Chong. No? Didn't think so. All right, folks. Music for your Vajir holes as we continue along through our number 1. Music from a band called Shotgun Soul and Hot Sugar as we switch gears a little bit here on the music on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Told me that you like that. When I touch and you touch me
happy 'cause I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear. Fucking mother.
Little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous.
I get a hold. This heavy heart till it explodes. Hey, till it goes, and all their secrets are exposed. I gotta know, yeah, when to close my eyes, to unwrap, to unfold, to be fooled, to be told that there's more than our faces ever show. I hold my head high, look straight, shielded from the pain. I keep my eyes on to stay safe, right behind the poker face. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Ha, ha, ha. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. And the poker face. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Ha, ha, ha. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Hey, I hold my head high, back straight, shielded from the pain. I keep my eyes on to stay safe, right behind the poker face. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret. Everybody's got a little secret.
This is Adrian King from Friday the 13th, and you are listening to Alien X Radio.
You're so far above it all, and I'm down below. You act like you'll never fall, but what you don't know, that's what Humpty Dumpty thought. The world revolved around him until he got a baseball off the ground that's coming at you now. You're so stuck up, don't know who you think you are, but grow up, that's enough. No, you're really not so far above. You're just stuck up.
this week's Bad Movie Flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
What do these things want, and why are they here?
You still don't get it, do you, boy?
They have recruited the rich and the powerful.
They're running the whole show.
Wake up! They're all about you, all around you. Blinded us to the truth.
Take a look.
They are safe as long as they are not discovered.
I don't know what they are or where they came from, but we gotta stop them. Stay away from me. Put these on. They have us. Look at them. They're everywhere.
We have no other choice.
I don't like this one bit.
Leave it alone, man. It ain't none of my business. Ain't none of yours.
We have been lulled into a trance.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. We're in trouble. The whole world's in trouble. Control us! They're sending some kind of signals out of TV sets.
I've got one that can see.
Mama don't like tattletale. Now we start spilling some blood. Let's go!
Push a button.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, folks, we are closing in on the end of hour number 1 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Just letting you know, coming up next hour, we've got a classic episode of Just a Few Questions from right around a year ago. So that's on its way, so you want to check out those. Remember, we are in our 4th year of doing Just a Few Questions. I can't even believe that we've already started our 4th year. Now, if we were a television show, we'd be in season 57 or something crazy. I don't even know what a season is anymore in television. We're in season number 27. Your show's been on 3 years. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. But in my world, a season is an entire year. Everything that you have heard from January 1st all the way through December 31st is a season. And we are now in season number 4 of Just a Few Questions. It's amazing. Amazing. I cannot believe it. And I'm running out of ideas. I'm going to have to go on a trip someplace. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save up a bunch of money. And I'm going to get on an airplane. And I'm going to fly on over to Coventry. And have a visit. And have a sit down. And some crumpets and tea. With my boy Sir Mad Martin. Of UG Media. That's what I'll do. I'll hang out with him over there. And he'll take me around, and I'll get a whole bunch of new inspiration for new craziness and weird stuff going on. And then I'll come back and write a bunch of new Just a Few Questions, and the only difference really will be, besides it being crazy, is it'll be in an accent. No? We'll figure out something. But anyway, we're going to take a short break, pausing the action for station identification. We will be back with hour number 2, where we will also have a very special episode of What the Florida with our special reporter in the field, way deep in the field, Sir Mad Martin. When we come back, so go nowhere. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
Morning, bud. Hey, how you doing? You got that hot date with Sue tonight, huh? Yeah. Yeah, well, don't be doing any of this. What, scratching my head? Yeah, you don't want to know you got that dandruff. I don't have dandruff. Get out of here. Yeah, you do. Go on, scratch your head. What? Oh, man, look at these embarrassing flakes. Yeah, see, I told you. Go and shake your head. Like this? No, harder. Oh, man, there's so many. Okay, here, let's get them off the table here. Put them in this bowl. What do I do? Why don't you try some of this? Milk? Uh-huh. Will that get rid of my dandruff? No, but it sure tastes good. No. Yeah. Let me try that. Hey, these are good. Head flakes, new from Kellogg's. A nutritious part of this balanced breakfast. And because they're made of dry flesh, they stay crunchy, even in milk. Hey, slow down. Save some for me. Head flakes from Kellogg's. Ask your doctor.
Hi, everybody. Are you tired of feeling sluggish all the time? Frequent bathroom breaks cutting into your workday? Can't sleep at night? Try Colovax. Colovax is a new technology that takes the power of a shop vac and uses it to thoroughly clean out your insides.
With its patented technology, Colovax cuts your bathroom visits down to once a month.
My name is Russ Russellford, and I use the Colovax once every 2 weeks to keep me limber. Now I can play catch with my son all day and never get tired or have to poop. Colovax really sucks ass. In a good way.
Colovax has not been clinically tested, so when considering Colovax, the following side effects may include goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spell, intense bouts of rage, severe depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent fart, anal fissures, and loss of hair and teeth.
If you use Colovax, please contact a physician if you experience any goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spells, intense bouts of severe depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent farts, anal fissures, loss of hair and teeth.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vagir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. It's the second hour of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are screaming through the galaxy, but do not fret. Do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating. The inertia canceller is canceling. The deflector array is wearing its mask, and we've got Sir Martin of Mad on the line. Sir Martin of Mad, how are you?
Good morning, sir. Or is it over here? It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sir.
Oh, man, so you're well into digesting your breakfast.
Breakfast has been and gone, sir. Certainly will not be having crumpets at this time of the day, sir, for that is in the morning. This is heading into the evening now, sir. Well, way past luncheon time.
So what do you all have? What's your like luncheon time things? Like crumpets in the morning. What's your lunchtime thing over there?
That would be flash fried souls of my fallen enemies.
Wow! Flash fried souls of your fallen enemies?
And always with a mug of tea, sir.
Always with a mug of tea. That's right.
Yeah. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's not bad. Another grey day here in Old Blighty, or the United Kingdom, as it probably will be till possibly the end of May.
How are you referring to a gray day? Like the weather or the situation?
The weather, sir. It is always grey here in the United Kingdom from the burning skies of October all the way through till about May time, where we may get a little bit of blue sky.
How do you guys make movies over there?
They film them abroad. Green screen, sir. Green screen.
I was gonna say, man, because I remember watching European Vacation where he's driving in a circle, goes Big Ben, Parliament. He couldn't get over. Kept going in circles, but it was a beautiful sunshiny day that day.
Yeah,
all day.
Yeah. That was probably filmed in like July or August or something like that. And just have someone sitting there, just looking at the weather and going, "It's sunny, go, 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 go,
Hurry
go!"
up.
And all the film crew comes out from everywhere and just like films everything, and then it's like, "Start the rain, let's go."
So everything inside the vehicle and all their dialogue and everything was shot somewhere else. And there was one circle was shot, and they just filmed that over and over and over and over and over again.
More than likely, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good spot. And look, we got clouds coming over, so we'll loop that. We'll add that audio from here, and then no one will know.
No one will ever know. Oh man! So I have invited you to do a little research for me on a What the Florida story, and you came up with something?
I've got a whole bunch of stuff, actually. This is a bit weird.
Wait. Let me switch over to my What the Florida screen, and then I'm going to play the open, and I'm going to introduce my roving reporter. Is it roving? Is it roving or roaming? You're not even roaming. You're at home. My homie reporter. It's time for What the Florida, everybody.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
What the Florida?
And now with a special report on the craziness of Florida that is actually heard across the pond. Sir Martin of Mad.
Good morning over there in America land. Now, this was an article from just a couple of days ago. And it is from Florida. 2 arrested in theft of human skulls from Mount Dora Cemetery. Because things just didn't get weirder than that, do they?
Just the skulls? Not the rest? Just the skulls?
Apparently, yeah, it's just the skulls. So DNA on cigars led to the arrest of 2 men who pried open caskets and stole human skulls from a Mount Dora Cemetery so they could be used in religious rituals, according to Lake County's sheriff's officials. The men, massive load of pop-ups have just decided to come up because, you know,
of course.
The men 43-year-old Brian Montalov, Tolentino, and 39-year-old Juan Borges Lopez were arrested in Polk County after they were identified through DNA, deputies have said. The remains were stolen in early December from Edgewood Cemetery at 3333 Britt Road. Deputies said while they were investigating, they found cigars that were then sent for DNA processing. The results were ran through a database, and the results showed a match to Tolentino and of Devonport records show. A warrant was obtained to get a DNA sample. Oh, hang on a minute. More pop-ups and videos and stuff. It's very weird. Found cigars. Oh, yeah, one was obtained to get a DNA sample from Tolentino on Wednesday. On that same day, detectives met with Tolentino and he confessed to going into the cemetery with Lopez using a crowbar to open the vaults and removing the heads of the deceased, according to a news release. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. And then just let that soak in for a moment there.
I don't understand what goes on. I don't know if maybe somebody at one point did something crazy in Florida, and it became the thing.
Somebody did something, to quote someone over there.
Right, but somebody somehow they linked it to Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, he probably, let's say he was on vacation in Connecticut. The guy might have done the same stupid thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, but because it happened in Florida, they say all of a sudden, oh my God, Florida's crazy, right? So if we really invest, have we ever tried to do a search for craziness in Connecticut?
I think you've a rhetorical question there, sir. No, I don't think that requires an answer because I think it's in the water.
I always thought it was an overdose of sunscreen.
Well, it could be that or an overdose of something.
Right.
Someone's been at that salts again, like the entire county.
Wow, it took me all this time to be able to download a picture of you and put it down in the little box there. All this time. And
I do have more though.
Well, do it. I want to hear. I didn't have time to look at Florida today. My head was hurting already.
That's cool. That's cool. During the close of 2020, as being possibly the weirdest and strangest year of all time in our generation, in Florida, an iguana wearing a bandana attacked a man in Miami because 2020 isn't weird enough. So are the iguanas forming a street gang in the next phase of their South Florida takeover plan? If they are, we might know who the leader is. A bandana-wearing iguana reportedly jumped over a home fence and attacked a man in Miami recently. Well, this is obviously and in mid to late December. Then a woman wearing medical scrubs came looking for it. What? Yes, this strange "oh Miami" moment, or what we would say, "what the Florida," apparently happened, and Miami Ray journalist Ariel Costello, who now works as the U.S. Content producer for Manchester City Football Club. How weird is that? I just got a call from one of my two special pod friends in Miami that they were attacked by a giant iguana wearing a bandana that ran away when it was called by a woman next door in medical scrubs. You can just see this down the street, isn't it? Gangster lizard.
Right.
Assaulting people. Right. And some woman in medical scrubs just running out of a house and screaming at the iguana like it's going to listen.
You stupid iguana. He's a well-dressed iguana, though. He's stylish. He's got the bandana going on.
Yeah, that's it. I wonder if the iguana spoke in a Mexican accent.
Maybe it used to be on differently, like he was wearing it for a mask so nobody could recognize him. See, recently I did a story. I believe it was happening and I know this is very strange, but it was actually happening in Cleveland. There was a squirrel running around attacking people. I believe it was in Cleveland. So maybe he was trying to get back at people for the owl. I don't know.
That's it, vigilante squirrel.
But so we were being attacked by squirrels in Cleveland, but you go down to Florida and iguanas attack you.
That's it. Jumping over fences, wearing bandanas, armed with shivs.
Done. Go to Arizona, and next thing you know, it's a rise up of the armadillos.
That's it. It's the lizard people, except it's not people. It's actually lizards.
Actually, no. I can't. Every time I think about an animal doing a rise up, I automatically picture them as being hybrid with a human, riding a horse and carrying a shotgun. It's like, Planet of the Lizards. You know what I'm saying? It's always whatever it is. Planet of the Cockroaches, Planet of the Owls, Planet of the Squirrels, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're on the horses, riding.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That would be weird. They don't have legs. That'd be hard to ride a horse.
Well, in 2, you see, they got bodies and stuff. It's quite weird.
Oh yeah, they got to. That's right. They got to be mutated into So, what would a tomato human look like? That would be bizarre. Attack of the hybrid human tomato people.
I know, right? Yeah.
I need about $7 to make that movie.
$7? Is that much?
$7. Eric Roberts will star.
Oh, dearie me. It does go on a little bit with this thing.
Oh, sorry,
I have more, though. I have more.
Do it. Just do it.
Right then. Once again, coming up to the end of 2020, in the wake of this brand new year, in the brand new age that is upon us, Florida man uses fire extinguisher to dry himself and lands in jail, police say.
To dry himself?
Yeah. Tallahassee, Florida. Florida man who wasn't on fire was arrested Tuesday night after police say he sprayed himself with a fire extinguisher and attempted to dry himself off. Florida State University police found a David Mann, 54, on the top floor of a parking garage with an extinguisher and covered in powder, the Tallahassee Democrat reported. That's funny in itself. Man told police he had been drinking and fell asleep and then fell in water when he woke up. He said he was using the extinguisher to dry himself off. Police had said he was charged with interfering with firefighter equipment, third-degree felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. A man was being held in the Leon County Jail Wednesday night. Jail records do not list a lawyer for him.
I don't get it, man. What? I don't understand. How do you dry yourself off with a fire extinguisher? Isn't stuff going to come out of that? I mean,
I think because, you look at a fire extinguisher. Now, I don't know how it is over there in the US, but over here we have different color codes for different types of fire extinguisher. You've got red, which is water. You've got blue, I do believe, which is like a foam type substance. You've got powder, which is green for electricals and all the other stuff. And then you've got black, that is CO2. Now, if he didn't understand that and thought it was CO2 and try and dry himself off with CO2, which is insanely ridiculous anyway, because it's freezing temperature and that in itself is just insane.
Well, he has Igor's new winter wind lube, so he was, with antifreeze to protect his little frosty bits there. So he can spray. He can spray.
That's it. Who in the world would do that? Such a thing.
Every time I bite into a York's peppermint patty, I get the sensation of drying off my balls with a fire extinguisher. What? Oh man, Florida.
So yeah. There are no words. Well, in fact, there are lots of words, lots of questions, which I do believe they will remain unanswered. But yeah.
Yeah, I did a story quite a long time ago too, which had like when you were done hearing the story, you had and ironically too. I don't know if it's ironically. I have trouble with that word in its definition, but strangely enough, it also involved a fire extinguisher. Okay. Strangely enough, it involved a fire extinguisher, and at the end of this story, I also my head was cocked sideways and my eyebrow was up. I'm like, what just happened? And I'm not sure if it was a Florida story, and I'm not going to have all of the details, but the primary details stuck in my head and are burned there forever. I will never forget this. Okay? A man had walked into a Walmart dressed as Elvis Presley. Okay? He was dressed as Elvis Presley. he came up to the register. I can't remember what he was purchasing. He was buying something. I can't remember what. But he told the cashier that he did not have to pay for that stuff because he was Adolf Hitler's long-lost cousin. Okay, so already I'm like, guy's dressed like Elvis, goes to Walmart. He was buying something ridiculous, and he didn't have to pay for it because he was Hitler's long-lost cousin. So I was already tripping out, right? So the person behind the counter said, "I'm sorry, sir, I'm going to have to get the manager." At that time, the dude pulled out a Roman candle, lit it, and began shooting the cashier with balls of fire.
What?
Yes! Started shooting her with balls of fire from a Roman candle. But get this. The dude standing in line behind Elvis Hitler was purchasing a fire extinguisher, grabbed the fire extinguisher out of his cart, smacked Elvis Hitler in the head with it, knocking him unconscious, and then using the dented fire extinguisher to put the fire out on the cashier.
Fire extinguishers, multi-purpose tool for when you're in need.
So I was blown away by all of this, right? Then I get hit with the end of the story. The manager's response to the person for helping out was, "That fire extinguisher is on us." Really? Thanks for the dented used fire extinguisher that I used to save the life of your cashier. Appreciate
That's
you.
empty now, so I can't even use it again.
Right. Appreciate you. Wow. See, and there was more details, of course, like the time and what he was purchasing and all kinds of things, but that was the gist of the story. And I'm sure your eyebrow is still up too, going, "What?" There's are you sure that's not an episode of Just a Few Questions? No, that was a story.
That's it. When fantasy and reality collide.
Collide head on.
And the veil from that world and this world lifts, and then all madness ensues.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Sir Martin of Mad, thank you for triggering that memory. That was a nice...
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's never going to ever leave. I get, you know what? We have a musical break coming here. So what song do you want to hear, by the way?
Oh, what song do I want to hear?
Yeah. You request a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah, I want to hear some Arcades Project stuff, because that is really, really good.
All right. Do you want to hear the brand new song that they recorded for their album, or you want to hear one of the live tracks from 36 Hours?
The one that they recorded.
Cool. That's called Welcome to the Arcades. Now, just before I throw it into the musical break here, I'm going to hit you up with another little story that I remembered right out, and it was from Florida. It was from Florida. There was some stupid little, I don't know what it was, some kind of a, do they have casinos in Florida? It was some kind of a crappy little place, and they had a Elvis impersonator was playing, and the Elvis impersonator was enormous. He was bigger than Elvis ever was. Okay, he was like a 350 to 400 pound Elvis impersonator. Okay,
yeah. He wasn't related to Hitler, was he?
He took his break, and when he took his break, he asked the cook to prepare for him Elvis's signature sandwich, a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. So, while eating the fried peanut butter and banana sandwich, he began to choke on the sandwich.
History repeats itself.
Now,
wasn't sitting blue, was he?
now nobody had arms long enough to do the Heimlich maneuver on this guy because he's like 400 pounds, right? You can't get your arms around this guy. Now, unfortunately, he died. Okay, he choked to death. Afterwards, an investigation uncovered that he did not choke to death on the sandwich. He choked to death on a Band-Aid that had fallen off of the cook's finger into the sandwich when he was preparing it.
Really?
What the Florida?
Ew.
I don't know, and that's two Elvis impersonators right there. The first one was Elvis Hitler impersonator, and the second one was just an Elvis impersonator. Wow. That's all I got to say. Yeah. So,
definitely.
We're going to go ahead and throw it to some music for the Vajir holes out there. I want to thank you very much, sir, for our little update on what's happening in Florida. And maybe you'll stick around. Maybe you can pop back in later on for something.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay on. I'll stay on.
Anytime you think of something crazy, just kind of bring me up to speed. In the meantime, it's Welcome to the Arcades. It's the brand spanking new recorded first release from the Arcades Project. And you're listening to it right here on The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Turtles.
When a woman screams, I just feel the need to be there.
a Saturday thing. For you stay there with you, yes, for one in the same.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Stirred like mother's loving coffee, it's time for the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. Talk about smart planning. Former Ohio State head coach Urban Meyer has already assembled a coaching crew in anticipation of taking over as coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. According to ESPN, Meyer met with team owner Shad Khan last Friday and has already picked assistants to work alongside him should the two sides have an agreement. It's worth noting that some of his picks are from the collegiate level, showing how valuable they are to pro football coaching. The Jags fired Doug Marrone after a season they saw the team win their season opener, only to lose every game after that. Very embarrassing season, which resulted in a very well-deserved firing. Speaking of embarrassing firing, it's not quite over for ex-Washington football team quarterback Dwayne Haskins, who has since visited the Carolina Panthers. Haskins was let go after a whirlwind few days, losing a Week 16 game to Carolina, losing the captain's role due to being spotted at his girlfriend's birthday party without a mask, and being fined $40,000 for breaching the league's COVID-19 protocols. This doesn't exactly mean that he will sign with Carolina, as he is currently exploring other options. But if the deal is finalized, there's no word on whether he will be a starter or be instantly promoted to team captain. And there's some stress coming out of the Texans organization as they are using their offseason to search for a GM. As we all know, the opinions of franchise players such as LeBron James or Tom Brady can be a huge influence in the decision of front office hirings. After all, you want to make your highest paid player happy, or it could spell the end of them playing for your team altogether. Quarterback Deshaun Watson feels this way as he has felt out of the loop after hearing that team chairman Cal McNair has hired Nick Caserio as GM. It's been reported that Watson had potential candidates in mind and passed this list on to officials, but they didn't consider any of them, leading to the frustration. There's also talk of trading Watson, so I'll keep you updated on that. When two brothers share a field or court at the same time, there always seems to be a bit of family rivalry. Some good, some bad, but always magical. We were blessed to see the Curry brothers, Golden State's Steph and Philadelphia's Seth, the Watt trio, JJ in Houston, and Derek and TJ in Pittsburgh, just to name a couple. Well, there's another brother duo to face off against each other, and they almost made history in the process. LaMelo and Lonzo Ball, yep, that LaMelo and Lonzo Ball, showcased their talents for Charlotte and New Orleans, respectively, and it was LaMelo that came out on top for Big Baller Brand as the Hornets beat the Pelicans 118-110. Lonzo was only 2 of 8 from the field and made only 1 three-pointer, while little brother LaMelo had a better performance, being only 1 assist shy of being the youngest player in history to score a triple-double. Even though this is their first and only regular season meeting pending the playoffs, this won't be the last time we see these two start their own family rivalry. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right. Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow. Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
And we are back. Once again, we are inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And we're broadcasting live directly into your vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, Jay Parker Radio, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, and United Talk Radio, as well as in syndication and replay on fine stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and stations like 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, Washington. Mad Martin, are you still there with us, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, we're at that. Oh, we got another call coming in as well.
Ooh.
Well, let's see what this is about. Hello, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello! Hello, sir!
Hello?
What can I do for you?
What are you doing?
We're chatting on the air. What you doing?
So I just jumped on because I'm at work. Just got done doing payroll. And I jumped on and I hear this really cool song by the Arcades Project. And then I hear this really, really cool song from North and Never. And then you do the Igor's Lube commercial, and I got a guy at my office, one of my employees going, is that a real thing? I'm like, dude, you got to check out the website. Go to it. We got our little dispensary thing coming out. You got lube on the left, Kleenex is in the middle, and some sanitizer on the right. It's going to be at every single one of your local Hilton hotels, along with the Holiday Inns, okay?
And Dollar General.
Next to every bed. Okay? They are going to be glued to the table, so y'all don't be stealing it. But,
that's right.
We got contracts we're signing and stuff like that. And then I see that we got Mad Martin on the, right next to on the old YouTube page there, Alien Stone. So I felt a little neglected, a little left out, so I had to call in and say hi.
Perfect.
Happy morning, bitches.
Happy morning.
Mid-afternoon over here, sir.
Well, I don't care about over there right now.
Now is now. I don't care where you are. Now is now.
Yeah, now is now.
That's right.
Now I care about you, but back then I
Happy
didn't.
now, everybody.
Crazy.
I know, right?
So what's going on for the Monday Morning Madcast there, Alien Stone? What we got?
Well, coming up next, we are going back to August 9th. 2020, when we decided, I think this is perfect timing right now, too. I decided to play this one, the social media makeover episode of Just a Few Questions. And I think now it would be the perfect time to reboot all of the social medias, right? Because they're all going crazy right now. So I think it would be perfect time to do that. So we can come up with new ways. So we're going to play that one, and maybe we'll talk about some other new ways after that. Maybe.
Okay, so I wanted to say something, and again, we're not getting politics and stuff like that.
Sure.
However, I did find it very, 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 very comical because there was this meme going around, and it's Donald Trump outside of the White House with this kid doing his cutting the grass. So it's like a little kid cutting the grass, and and Donald Trump's asking the kid, "Can I get your Twitter account access?" It was pretty funny.
Yep.
Just
My favorite
funny.
one is the one. It's a tweet, and it's got a picture of Donald Trump there as his avatar, but he's got a little mustache, and he's got a different name there, and it goes, "Hi, I am new to you doing."
Is it just a list like Ripple
No. It's a full Dirty Sanchez.
No, it's a Jetsons must not.
We call them ways. We're from. Stupid. Have a wonderful week. See you later.
All right,
Cool,
thank
man.
you, sir. Go the mothership. You can hear it in this day. So, sir, you want a real quick analysis of
Question like real situation, but you Zilla troops out there just a few.
Oh, I like that one. All right. I'm going to put that in. Pretty soon, in just a few questions, we'll be. Vote for social media. I thought it. With a few media mover. And he's like, boom, falls over.
Hold that. They know this has no idea what you're supposed to do.
Questions for the spectrum.
Question.
Became unfriendly to be social. It became a place to fight. TikTok, Twitter, FaceTime, and all the others. And all the others are. They all start out